Joining us now on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline to talk some more BYU and Southern Utah football is the coach of the Thunderbirds, Demario Warren. Coach, welcome to BYU Sports Nation.
Oh, thanks for having me.
What has preparation been like for your team this week in such a unique scenario?
It's been great concentration, great effort. We kind of got things going here the last couple of weeks, so they're feeling pretty good, and they know what kind of task they're up against. So our guys have been locked in and ready to go, and hopefully we have another great practice today.
Coach, this week is so unique in several ways. Surprisingly, it's the first ever meeting with BYU, but of course, Ed Lamb, who coached Southern Utah for 8 years, is in Provo. Kean Norman and Andrade transferred, and General Guilford, of course, was there. Steve Clark, Kalani Sitake himself was an assistant there. Elias Tuiaki played at Southern Utah. I never knew there were so many connections with Southern Utah. How has it changed, maybe the dynamic of this week, if at all, for you and your team?
Just the extra motivation when you play gives people you're going to be seeing them in the off season. So just to have some bragging rights in the off season is always good. So I think that's the only thing it changes. It just kind of gets you a little bit more motivated, a little bit more fired up. But we're all pretty competitive, so each and every week is you're ready to go. But it just kind of, if you allow it to distract you, it'll hurt you. But if you use it for good and help you in your everyday motivation to lock into the moment, I think it'll help our guys. And I think our guys have been doing that all week, and I think the practices and the meetings have been proof of those guys really just locking in and using that as positive motivation.
The head coach of Southern Utah football, Demario Warren, with us on BYU Sports Nation. What kind of communication will you have with any of these former Thunderbirds that are at BYU now leading up to the game, or have you had leading up to the game? And then what do you expect once the contest is over?
We'll probably shake their hands and then talk to them, catch up a little bit, how their season's going, and how their wives and families are doing, and then afterwards we'll shake hands and continue to be friends. So I've known a lot of those people at BYU for a long time now. I've been in Utah for 9 years, so those are the people that have kind of taken me under their wing and really helped me get to where I am at today. So I really respect a lot of those guys and thankful for everything they've done for me and my family.
How has Ed Lamb influenced your career, Coach?
He's the only head coach I've been under, so tremendously. This is everything that I know about being a head coach is what I learned from him. Just working under him, seeing how he carries himself every single day and how hard he works. So he's somebody that I definitely have a lot of respect for, and just so thankful for everything he's done for me, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. So just happy that I was able to cross paths with him and learn from him and continue to learn from him.
We jokingly call him the cyborg because we think that he shows very little emotion, and we have some laughs about that. What has your experience been like with him and his emotionless nature during football season?
He's a machine. I don't know if he's a full human. He talks about how he had never been sick a day in his life, and like I said, I don't know how human he is. I know he's some human. I know he cares about people, but yeah, he's a machine, and he goes about his business, and like you said, just every single day, you know what to expect and what kind of intensity he's going to bring, and so it's definitely a unique person.
What are your impressions of BYU football so far this season?
When you look at that schedule, you didn't know what their record was going to be coming into our game, and to have them be 5-4, they beat some really good teams. So they're a tough physical team. Kalani's had some great defenses throughout the years, and he's doing a great job of calling the defense this year. And then offensively, Ty has a very sophisticated system that has a lot of wrinkles, a lot of motions, a lot of formations. And so you got to be prepared for a lot of different things facing that offense. And then special teams, having Lamb as a special teams coordinator, they're very, very sound, tough, and physical on special teams. They don't give you too much to really take advantage of. And so those guys are doing a great job up there, and I think that the future is bright for BYU football.
What are the strengths of your team, who also entered this game with a record of 5-4?
We're getting better. I think that's the biggest strength right now is we're learning from the mistakes. We haven't been a good fourth quarter team in the last two fourth quarters. Our second halves, we've kind of just taken off on teams, and our offensively, Patrick Tyler is doing a good job of distributing the football and making good decisions, getting the ball out of his hand quickly. And then defensively, kind of withstood some injuries early in the year and kind of finally have 11 guys that are going out there together 2 or 3 games in a row now. And those guys are starting to work together and being able to run the defense as a group of 11, I think is helping us out the last couple of weeks. So we're hitting the strides and we're getting hungrier and hungrier for success. And I think that's a good sign for us moving forward.
How will you gauge success Saturday against BYU?
We don't really go for anything else besides a win. And so we focus in every single play, and we kind of let the results speak for themselves. But at the end of the game, we look at the scoreboard, and we hope to be on the winning side of it. And I think that's what you have to do. As football, you only play 11 games, so if you just chalk one up as a loss, you kind of shooting yourself short for 10% of your game. So we're going to go in there, play one play at a time, and then also look at the scoreboard and see a W at the end of the game.
Coach, it's been great to talk to you. We appreciate the time during a very busy week, and we'll be sure to send your greetings to the machine, Ed Lamb, as I'm sure you will do before the game.
All right, thank you guys for having me.
You got it. Southern Utah head coach Demario Warren on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, your values, your timeline, your financial future.